Hello everyone, Luke Taylor here to talk about guitar magazines. Now there are two big guitar magazines, those being Guitar Player and Guitar World. And the title of the video is Guitar World versus Guitar Player, obviously, and it's not like a versus thing, which one's better. But I do want to talk about them specifically because when I was young, when I was growing up and learning guitar, I really loved the magazines. And I still love them now, and I'm saying that because you can't find them everywhere. You used to be able to find them everywhere, but with the internet, with YouTube, with tab books really not being a thing anymore, I know the guitar magazine industry, the print magazine industry is suffering, and that's very sad because there are other guitar magazines that I remember when I was younger, but they're not around anymore. Now these are the two big ones, and they have the most, I guess, the most readership, the most money behind them, the most access to, all kinds of things from artists to products. So I just wanted to talk about them because I really hope to encourage you at whatever level of guitar playing you're at, or guitar fandom, or music lover, or any kind of that, to either subscribe to these magazines or just buy one when you find one that you like. You can even go back and buy old ones too, back issues, back orders. So the two magazines are, let's get along here. They are Guitar Player, got a few of them, and Guitar World. Now, so I'll start with Guitar World right away. Like this one has Jerry Cantrell. I love Jerry Cantrell, love Alice in Chains. This was a really great interview about Rainier Fog, and it has a complete tab for the one you know. So one of the things that I love about Guitar World is it's the more, I would say it's the more easily accessible one. It has bigger artists, and it has more mainstream products, but it also has full tabs. So like this one has a full tab of The One You Know by Alice in Chains, The Black Crowes, She Talks to Angels, and Johnny Winter, Still Alive and Well. And they're always very diverse. And Guitar World really, like, here's Mastodon on the back cover. Like, they have a really good grip of the different genres and subgenres. And they got a really great staff. I've been reading Guitar World ever since I started, so that's literally 18 years I've been reading Guitar World, not this one magazine, Guitar World. But the thing is, talking about the Guitar World staff, they also have a gem that is Andy Aladort, and he is an amazing teacher. I have actually seen him play live at a Hendrix tribute concert, because he is the Hendrix man. But Guitar World does these like how to play series, they're DVDs. And when there was a thing that you could get, they used to have DVDs. I'll just say that if you subscribed, they used to have DVDs with them, and then you had to go online to register or something. But anyway, you can buy these DVDs independently on Amazon or eBay or something. And here, just on the back, I'll tell you, or I'll just go in here, and hopefully you can pause it and see. There's a lot of genres there, and there's things at different levels of expertise, which is wonderful. You have, especially too, if you're a great like rock player, but you know nothing about jazz, and you can get a beginning jazz DVD, and they do really well. Jimmy Brown is also, he's a wonderful jazz player, and he is also on the Guitar World staff. But yeah, then Andy does the whole album, Axis Bold as Love, and here's a Best of Black Sabbath one. So I think that as far as like the learning whole songs kind of thing, Guitar World is unmatched as far as a magazine goes. They will have not only the whole song tabbed out with bass and guitar, but they'll have all the lyrics, and it's accurate because they're really good at the tabs. So just to finish that, Guitar World does have articles on bigger bands, or like this is Tool. Tool's brand new A Fear Inoculum, their brand new release. That was obviously a big deal. And then finally, more with Guitar World, and then I'll stop talking about it. Guitar World has done this thing a few times called Guitar Legends. And they basically have all these things compiled about some of these artists. This is Stevie Ray Vaughan, one of my favorites of all time, one of the most influential to me. Here's one on Randy Rhoads, one of my other favorites and most influential. So like these are important for me to have. They have interviews with people that are no longer around, and that's really important to a fan or somebody who that guitar player made an impact on. They also have complete transcripts for their songs. They talk about secrets of their gear, so if you want to know how they sound like them. So they have some things that go in really deep, and that's even a series with Andy Aladort, In Deep. So they do, when they're not talking about like the next biggest project and like a Ibanez Tube Screamer comparison or something, things that are more bigger mainstream things, they will go in deep with some of these topics and subjects. And that's the thing too. is you might not be a Randy Rhoads fan, but then you might pick up the Legends one and read about him and then learn about him and then want to do that. So over to Player, Guitar Player. So Guitar Player is a fantastic magazine, and I will say, like, Guitar Player, this is Brian Setzer on the cover. Here is Mark Knopfler, one of the greatest. So, like, these guys are both in, you know, a lot of different subgenres, and I think that's kind of the best way to describe Guitar Player, is they're really in tune with a lot of the subgenres and a lot of the people that are really working hard to kind of make a name in, I don't know, all these genre blending guitar things. You know, like you'll have something on, I don't know, Khaki King or J.D. Sino or some of these people like Molly Tuttle, who are kind of not going to get the big exposure in some of the other things. Some of the big bands, you know, it's very easy to talk about them because they sell a lot of tickets and a lot of records. But these Guitar Player has exposed me obviously through the guitar, to artists that I didn't really know existed, which is cool because that's what they're doing. And they have just some different stuff. Like, they have a lot of little tinier lessons, again, on these subgenre things. So, like, what is the difference between, like, Western swing, you know, and, like, different Americana or bluegrass? Or they have a very wide array of talented writers. And their stuff is a little more artistic. I would just say it's a little more artistic. There's more indie stuff going on here. There's more stuff that's, again, it's like you don't really know about it until you read it. Now, it's kind of impossible for any music fan or music critic or guitar player to know everything about everything. But if you don't know about some of this stuff, by reading these magazines, you'll learn a lot more, not only on music theory or products. Again, maybe a product doesn't appeal to you, like maybe a certain kind of amplifier doesn't appeal to you, but it's really cool to learn about. Learning is, you know, knowledge is power. And again, there's a lot of artists that I've looked at through here and go, oh, that sounds cool. And then I went and checked them out. I couldn't have done that if I didn't read the article first. And for me to just go on YouTube and type in a random artist, that's kind of a different thing entirely. But to hear more about their story and to hear who inspired them and go, oh, that's cool, and to hear where they're from and what they play and how, that just, you know, kind of gets me excited for their music and what story they're telling in their music. So as far as that goes, Guitar Player has some more, just more obscure or off-the-wall artists, as well as some of the big ones too. Like Slash was on the cover of one of these. You know, you don't get bigger than Slash. But yeah, they do all kinds of cool stuff about the rig. They do product reviews too. So they do kind of the same things, but they don't have the complete tabs. But they do have a lot of very interesting lessons. So yeah, that's it. I hope that was helpful. It's not really a versus. I can't tell you which one's better. Maybe one's better for you or not. Maybe you should just get both of them when you can. But hopefully the whole goal is just to talk about how important the guitar magazines are. They have always been very important to me. And I always went to them in a time before I really had the internet. It was really like, oh, what's on the Guitar World? Or, you know, and I'd pick it up and I'd read it cover to cover. I'd see the ads. And this is really a great memory that was forming when I didn't know anything about anything. I didn't know anything about the guitar or pedals or amps or different artists. I didn't know literally anything. You know, looking at a tab was kind of a mystery. So it goes way back when, and I don't want the internet or YouTube to really eliminate these because I think they're very important. So if you can subscribe, please subscribe to them. I just finished a year's subscription with Guitar Player, and again, there's so many cool things in there to learn, so many cool artists to learn about. And then the Guitar World, I will buy them when I see one. Thank God, one grocery store still has Guitar World, and it's every month, right? So yeah, and I know that these people are doing a great job for their magazines. I really want to say that. I don't have anything negative to say about the way that they're making their magazines and what they're putting in there, and I know that a lot of people do. They'll have letters that they write in and go, what about this, what about that? So I don't have anything negative to say. I just want to, you know, encourage whatever guitar or music fan is out there who's kind of on the fence about this to please support the print publications. And yeah, I mean, I just want to say this because it's very sad that tab books are really going away. When I was a kid, like, a tab book was like a birthday present, and it was so awesome. You could spend all year learning the songs of your favorite album. That was just like, what a gift that was. And you know, they don't make new tab books for new albums and things, and that's very sad. So I don't want all print publication concerning music to go away, you know. So that's why I just want to talk about it. Thank you so much for watching. I maybe rambled on a little too long. Thank you so much for just taking the time out. And yeah, if you think anything on this topic, please let me know below. I'm very excited to hear about it. So that's it for me. You can check out all the other channels, or all the other videos on this channel. I have a lot, which is why I'm confusing my words up. No, I have a lot of videos, everything from reaction to gear demos to my own songs, covers. Yeah, just check something out. You might find something cool. Go on the playlist tab. Yeah, and I'm sure you'll find something great. So, hope you have a wonderful day. See you later.